Hey everybody, welcome back to Video Game So today I got a fun and exciting episode for you guys today because as of July 4th, the makers of Celeste, Mario, Zap and Dash have upgraded the entire game to the deluxe version, bringing in a ton of new content because the original ROM hack was absolutely amazing, but definitely didn't take very long at all to complete. So now you're going to have a ton more levels, a ton more challenge, just a ton more fun. And honestly, the fact that this is just working on the base Super Mario Bros. ROM, adding in all of the mechanics of Celeste into what just amounts to a Nintendo produced game, it's just absolutely wild. This thing is going to challenge you at every single corner. It's going to drive you nuts, but you're going to have such a fun time while you're playing it. Before we get too far involved though, do me a huge favor, go down below, hit like and subscribe and ring that notification bell. Definitely helps us out. And if you feel so inclined and want to support the channel, got a Patreon link down below as well. But I cannot stress enough how amazing this ROM hack truly is, taking the world of Super Mario Bros., adding in all of the mechanics of Celeste, and just giving you some absolutely challenging maps to navigate around. It's one of those things you are going to die and fail time and time again, but because you jump right back in and try to rectify your mistakes just like a traditional Celeste, you're just going to get hooked into this. If you love Celeste, if you love Super Mario Bros., this absolutely has everything you need. Just the amount of challenge on display here, especially in the later stages, all the secret moons to discover and all of the different secret areas you need to find to 100% it. This game is going to seem like it would take you 20 minutes, then suddenly you've been playing it for 6 hours, and one of those hours has been spent on one screen individually. Now I can't stress enough, however you want to play this game, make sure you pick a platform that has minimal to no lag in the controls. I'm playing it on MiSTer FPGA. It will work on original hardware with a flash card, and it'll also work on software emulation, but some of the inputs are so incredibly precise. If you have any latency in your controls, you're just not going to have as good of an experience as if you play it on something with minimal to no latency. Because even here in some of the earlier stages, I'm not going to spoil the back end of the game because it gets kind of crazy. You have to really have great and precise input. You'll see there, I should have dashed up when I got that moon, being able to actually hit that ledge and wall jump off it at the last second. If you have a couple frames of delay in your controls, it's going to be a completely different experience depending on how you're playing it. So just definitely keep that in mind. But honestly, the creativity on display here, not only in the level design, but in bringing the mechanics of Celeste over to Mario, are incredible. And sometimes the levels will absolutely just troll you. I went to the left and ended up falling right back from where I came from. So sometimes you really do need to pay attention to where you're going. And if you see a little hole in the wall, odds are that's going to bring you to a special stage, basically where you can collect a moon or moon pieces. And definitely get those moons. It's going to make the game a lot more fun and a lot more challenging for you. And these are the screens where you're going to know exactly what you need to do, but you're going to have to actually learn every single movement and every single save place. That way you can actually progress. It's one of those things, once you actually defeat this stage, you're going to realize, damn, that was a lot easier than I thought it was, but I had to basically learn the movements and mechanics. So those are the areas where it might take you 10 minutes the first time you play them, but if you went back and played again, it might only take you 20 seconds. That is the fun part about Celeste and bringing it into the world of Mario Brothers. It is such an incredible learning experience. Like right here, we need to grab that moon, and of course we see a P-switch. We know exactly what that does, but you have to pay attention to what you're doing here, because if you don't dash quick enough, you're going to end up taking the spikes to your death. And that's what I mean about those tight input windows and wanting to have the minimal latency possible when you're actually playing the game. But Celeste is such an incredible experience whether you play the original game or even Celeste 64, and I love that creators keep bringing the overall mechanics into different games, because honestly, within the world of Super Mario Bros., this thing just absolutely works. And of course, you're going to be seeing some more Mario stuff later in the game as well. Now do keep in mind that you only have so many dashes unless you recharge them in the air, so sometimes the game is going to basically challenge you on your precise timing. You have to basically wait until the last possible pixel here to jump off to grab that ledge, so you can use your dash to actually get up onto that platform. Maybe there's another way to accomplish it, I just don't know, but that's the fun part about these screens as well, and the game in general. There's more than one way you can do the same thing. You just need to kind of read the screen and understand where you need to go and how many moves you need to use to get there, because you don't want to end up needing a dash where you don't have one. That's just going to absolutely screw you over. And even the Thwompson here basically moving around, being part of the world, it just works. It feels like something that Nintendo could have completed back in the day. But it's soundtrack sample time. Of course, it's going to be Celeste theme. Go ahead and listen for 45 seconds, but I got a lot more to show you when you come back. I mean, honestly, the soundtrack sounds great coming out of NES hardware, and it really is one of those things. Sure, the NES is incredibly old at this point in time. Sure, it is just an 8-bit 2D system, but games like this really show that there are still a lot of innovations you can have on the hardware. It's one of those things, if the gameplay is this good, it doesn't really matter if it's on an 8-bit platform. Sure, it'd be fun to see this in something like Super Mario World as well on the Super Nintendo, but there's something about the 8-bit aesthetic that just works within the world of Celeste and Mario at the same time. It's one of those things. I just love this style of artwork, and all of the art here in Celeste Mario Zap and Dash Deluxe just works within the context of both universes, and that honestly isn't an easy feat to accomplish. Taking two disparate franchises and combining their art styles together into one game, and having both Mario and Celeste be instantaneously recognizable at the same time, and feeling like that combination works in conjunction with one another, that is definitely something that takes some skill, and the developers and artists here have absolutely pulled it off. Now you will see here the game is definitely going to get a lot harder, but the best part about dying in Celeste and Mario is that you just basically instantaneously get brought back into the action, so you're not waiting for anything to load. You just basically have to figure out every single place you need to jump, how you need to use that dash and recharge it, and how you kind of need to navigate and move around the overall arena, and that really is the fun here. It's just incredibly challenging, and I'm sure there's probably a ton of speed runs online for this as well, because I'm probably not playing it anywhere near as top level as a ton of other people out there could. But that's the other thing about titles like this. You can just absolutely play it hour upon hour, trying to get a better time, just trying to improve, maybe even getting a no death run. Definitely something I'll never have the skill for or the time for, but you just might be able to claw yourself up the leaderboard. And you'll see here again, timing is the name of the game. We need to dash right after we hit that on button on the other side of the screen, and then basically just wall jump our way to the top. The thing is, you just need to be precise, because once you do that, you're going to have another challenge basically 2 seconds later, and if you screw it up, you're going to be right back from where you started from, and that kind of is the fun. I just should have basically slid down this wall a little further and dashed a little bit later. You'll see here I was finally able to pull it off, and then this swamp is going to definitely screw with you. So sometimes you want to go fast and sometimes you want to go slow in this game. Sometimes you don't have any time to think, you just have to react. Other times you kind of want to pay attention to what's happening on screen in front of you. And you'll see here there's even going to be some extra challenges like these fragmented moons that you can basically collect and then get all the pieces for, but those are going to be some of the most challenging because you're doing everything in reverse. You even have some of the wind effects from something like Super Mario Bros. 2, the Japanese version of the game, where you had those different gravity vibes. And you'll see here we pick up whatever the hell this is, look like some creepy ass onion, and you're going to be able to use that within the world as well. As you get further into Celeste Mario Zap and Dash, you're just basically going to get new power-ups, new techniques, and new items that you can navigate around, because you'll see here this propeller head kind of feels like something from New Super Mario Bros. And also kind of feels like Yoshi at the same time, because we did throw it to its death just to make sure that we were able to progress. And there's definitely going to be a lot of secrets in this game as well, and a lot of puzzles. We have this shell here, and you'll see if you throw it at the right spot, you're able to unlock more level. But one more soundtrack sample, because again, I love the music. I'll be right back to show you some harder levels in the game. I mean, it's a good thing the music is so good, because you're going to be spending a lot of time with that track on the same screen dying over and over again, because some of the jumps are so precise and so incredibly challenging. You basically have to be pixel perfect on some of them. Like right here, you need to dash, but you have to drop down that wall just enough so you're able to actually jump to the next wall without hitting the spikes. You'll instantaneously know what you did wrong, but actually fixing it is going to be challenging. For some strange reason, at least for me, once I make a mistake on one part and know what I'm supposed to do differently, my muscle memory just keeps making that same mistake over and over again, like somehow I get trapped in a loop. But definitely take it from me, this ROM hack is absolutely outstanding, and now in its 2.0 version it includes a ton more content. It's brand new and it's something that you can play for free today. So again, I left the link to the patch down below. You'll have to patch it yourself, but you can enjoy it however you want. Real hardware, MiSTer FPGA, or software emulation. The only wrong way to play this game is not to play it in the first place. You can tell it's absolutely a passion project. The developers did such an incredible job making this, and now they basically expanded the game with more than 50% more content. Short of that, definitely give it a go, and I'll see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.